All right, so here's what happened over the last week and everything in the workshop. Last update that I sent out to you guys last week, I talked a little bit about some of the raw materials, the rosewood fingerboards that I picked up from California Exotic Hardwoods, and they're beautiful. I'll show you those in just a second. But the other thing that I got too, now I mentioned in the last video that I was gonna probably use the other neck for this base. It just wasn't jiving, but you know, I finally spent some time on this fretboard and got it polished up, and as soon as the wax hit the top of this, you know, because I was gonna go fret it, as soon as I got it polished up and the wax hit it, I was like, well, that thing is just beautiful, and it is perfect. So that is that's that pale moon ebony with an ebony binding on it, and the board is the one piece roasted flame maple. Thank you. Roasted flame maple. So I did a straight up, just a bleach bone nut for that. You guys can see I did the hold down. It is a flat headstock. I like the angle that I get over the nut on my headstocks, so that's why they are a little more extreme of a cut. I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if Leo would have done the same thing, but he was saving material by going with a thinner neck blank material. So I'm guarantee that's the angle for that. But anyway, I digress. I like that. I think I get a good angle on the breakover angle on the nut down at that end. This has the Dolanos in it. So this is just the mock-up I did on this just to make sure everything was lining up the way I was expecting, and got everything. So I got the bridge secured, got the pickup secured. I've already wired or set up the electronics and everything for this. That was some of the pictures you guys saw on Instagram a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. The pocket came out super nice. It's beautiful looking. And wait till you guys see how this wingay looks under finish. It's going to be really gorgeous. It's going to be a satin finish under oil. So that should look really nice. We're going to do the same thing with the rest of this as well. So should look pretty great. All right, so that's this one. Did the mock-up on that. Nothing's really changed on that other body, so I'll spare you guys on that. But this is the other body now with the top on it, and got that all trimmed to shape. So I'll be working on that this week. I'll get it shaped up, get the edges all routed and everything, and then the neck for this one is going to end up being this cat right here. So this is the one I settled on. This is the 7-piece. With the Paducah maple and the roasted maple on the outside, and then this is the end result of the work with the rosewood fingerboard. And you can see here that I have a couple of pinstripes going through there. What essentially is that's a maple veneer, and I've also got a Paducah veneer right next to that. So that orange white look that matches really nicely with the fretboard. So you guys can see there, that looks pretty good, right? So that's going to be beautiful and really go well with this really orange red rust colored top in that canary wood. I think that's really going to look great. And then the other excuse me, the other double cut there, the one I showed you guys. All right, I'll go ahead and show you. Nothing's really changed, but I'll show it to you just because it's pretty. And this is the maple top, and that's a canary wood strip down the center. And that is a book match top, so you can kind of see there how we've got that mirror image left to right. So that should look really great. So the neck for this one, my bench isn't that big, is going to be this neck again. Now this is going to be the multi-piece. You can see here. Now this just has a that white, ebony white stripe right down the middle, and then this is the fretboard. So again, it's another one of the rosewood fretboards, and on this one I just did a really simple single maple pinstripe on the binding. So I think that's gonna look great. So a few more things to do on these. I need to get all these necks set up with truss rods and carbon fiber rods, so that's gonna happen this week. You can see here how I've got these marked out. That'll give you a sense for kind of the next steps, right? So that'll be the pocket for the truss rod adjustment, how I'll be carving down that neck, where the headstock's going to end, and then you can see there on the side as well how I end up removing material from the profile. before I start doing the finishing. So step by step. First things first, get a truss rod and those carbon fiber rods in the blank itself, and then we'll get the fretboards. We'll get those slotted, and then we'll get the binding glued on. Get these glued on to the blanks, to their respective blanks, and then we'll start carving from there. Sounds like a lot, but I should be able to get most of that done during the week this week, and hopefully next weekend's update, I'll have a couple of these a lot farther along, and hopefully too we'll have the Wenge top base here. I'm going to be taking this down, doing a lot of sanding on it this week, so that's exciting. And then hopefully by next weekend we'll be potentially looking at putting our first coats of finish on it. So, all right, everybody. Well, I think that's all we got. So I'll put this out in the next day or two. So you guys will be seeing this probably midweek this week here, first week of February. I want to say happy birthday to my lovely wife, whose birthday it is today, February 2nd. I love you, sweetheart. And we'll see you guys on the next video, next weekend. All right. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.